Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And we have Alumni coming to Logan's defense, calling out Rachel and Gabby for they're just coming onto the beach and roasting Logan. It's like Kira said, Logan doesn't deserve this. We'll get into it. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal. And I'll have a bonus or a daily podcast episode for you guys this afternoon. Bachelor Rush Hour. Link in the comment section wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, don't forget, stand-up show in Cincinnati the night before Thanksgiving. Newport, Rhode Island on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and then Westside Comedy Club in New York City and the Comedy Shop in New York City the following week. So tons of content to get into. I don't think I'll be live streaming next week. I'll be in Kentucky, so I won't be able to live stream while I'm in Kentucky, but we will have content for you guys from the mobile studios. I'm bringing my good equipment. I'm actually bringing all my nice equipment, so you won't miss anything over here. All right, let's get into it. So we know Rachel and Gabby showed up on the beach, and basically Rachel goes, I don't respect Logan. And it's like, yikes, what does respect have to do with this? Here's what Kira said. I don't agree with Gabby and Rachel being brought down to talk about Logan. Every relationship is different, and just because someone wasn't their best self in one relationship does not mean they can't be their best self in another. Someone said it was so bratty on their part to do that. That's legit all they showed up to do. Bash him after they both dated him. Like, you gals chose him over and over again too, so he must not be that bad. And then Kira defended her and said, I don't think it was their idea to come back. Definitely a production decision, but it wasn't fair to Logan. Well, I mean, the words came out of their mouth. We always talk about, like, you know, people making bad decisions when they're tired and drunk on the beach. They literally came down fresh, doe-eyed, 6-figure contracts, and were like, F Logan, you know? And the audience is predominantly on Logan's side. Ash Talks Batch said this, because we have two things going on. We have Logan's being beefed at by Logan being beefed at by Gabby and Rachel, and then we have Logan being called poor by Kate. Ash Talks Batch said, I'd respect Kate more if she called Logan a broke boy to his face. All this sneak dissing makes her look even worse. Batch with Soli said, him telling her you're so critical of me, even without knowing all she said in the moments, makes me wonder what he's been told or what she's said to his face. Here's what Batch with Soli had to say regarding the justice that is deserved for Logan.
I don't remember life before just constantly feeling defensive and frustrated on Logan's behalf. So Rachel and Gabby arrived, and everyone thinks that they can give them like this huge insight on the guys who are there. Why does anyone think that? Rachel and Gabby barely know the guys. You guys, however, have been spending multiple hours a day for weeks, and you think Gabby and Rachel can tell you anything about Logan? No, they can't. They could, however, have mentioned the fact that Johnny's not ready for an engagement. I noticed that didn't come up at all. Instead, we decided to just focus on Logan because Rachel doesn't respect him at all, although we don't know why, other than the fact that he liked Gabby more. She also said that he hasn't changed whatsoever. This is based on no time spent with him on the beach at all, speaking way out of line when he literally turned down a date with Lindsay yesterday. What is this confusion about? Why is Kate even relying on this information? Ugh! By the way, Rachel and Gabby kept saying things like, he thinks he's the Bachelor and the power's always in his hands, and like, what the fuck? Let me just remind these women that there were 2 Bachelorettes on your season for the men to choose from, making them uniquely powerful. Stop blaming Logan for that. And when you're on Paradise, you do have a little bit of power. You do get to date around.
Good to Holy Soli over here. Holy Soli, great work. I like that she's whispering. She's like yell whispering right now. She's like, there's a kid asleep in the other room, but let me tell you something right now. No, she nails it. Soli just nails it right here. They're saying he's got all this power. Or how about he's got as equal amount of power as you? The power was taken away from Rachel and Gabby by making their 2 people to choose from, but he's a fully functioning autonomous person. Isn't he allowed to make whatever decisions he wants to make for himself? So Rachel, of course, unless any other information comes up, we have to assume Rachel's just upset that Logan jumped her. You know, he dumped her. So Johnny, and by the way, Soli had a great point there that they could have played the card where they said Johnny wasn't ready and all that, but that wasn't part of the storyline they were curating. Here's what Johnny posted. Before things took a turn, I think I can speak for everyone when I say this was one of the best nights we had in paradise. And for me, it was a clear sign that these people were becoming very important to me. We were truly just enjoying ourselves in each other's company. Michael was in his element, so there's a good photo of all of them. Realizing that even though it is like a production and a very produced show, they still are having the time of their life, building friendships, with people that they'll have stories for life, about. So I'm going to read some of the comments that you guys have left for Logan, because they're very funny. Low-key, super ready for the moment Logan sees his life flash before his eyes when Gabby and Rachel arrive. Yeah, I'm sure he was not expecting that. Rachel, so I don't respect Logan and I want him to die. So Kate, what are you going to do? Yeah, that's exactly, this meme's perfect, because Rachel was like, look, everyone's got to make their own decisions. He's an awful human being. So do what you want to do, Kate. He was like, I was like, leading the witness. No one. Gabby introducing herself to Logan as if they didn't date. I'm Gabby. Did anyone else catch this? Gabby introduces herself to Logan. I get it. Gabby's socially awkward. When Logan called Kate out for looking down on him and her blatantly denying it and us knowing everything she said behind his back. Absolutely. Kristen Baldwin said, Kate, Logan is 26 years old, not established, drives an orange Honda, has a broken phone. He's a dog walker. Meanwhile, I'm constantly someone who is wowing. I'm a wower. Everyone watching Bachelor in Paradise. Wow, you really are awful. Logan said, then I disappeared due to an illness. And of course, that's the COVID. My guess is they just didn't want to say COVID if they didn't have to. Jamie said, never thought I'd feel bad for this man, but Logan's just out here living in fight or flight mode every episode. Poor dude. Kate, I'm not critical of Logan. Also, Kate, it smells like broken here. Yeah. How would you know? You have it. So then Rachel said, I don't think Logan has changed, which it's like, what? This was filmed just like, you know what I mean? Right after her season. How would you know if Logan has changed? You haven't even talked to Beach Logan. No one wants your opinion. Yeah, Beach Logan's a different guy. I cannot believe that Kate is so toxic that she's made me root for Logan. Like, free yourself, please. Go on the date, please. Absolutely. Logan's making fans. Kate is literally beating down Logan so bad to his face and behind his back on camera. I'm sorry, but she is just awful. And the Bachelorette said, you know who wouldn't have cared about Logan's orange Honda? Lindsay Wyndham. And that's all we have to say about that. Now, the question is, what has Logan said in response to all of this? Well, kind of telling. If we go to Logan's page right here, Logan has actually shared... hold on, let's go to his Instagram stories here. Someone said, this was just shared moments ago. Logan with Kate is giving Michael Scott saying, I'm unhappy when I'm with her about Jan. Logan and Kate are 100% Michael and Jan vibes. Petition for Logan to cover that one night for his next single. And then Logan responds, she broke my flat screen TV. So let's go back to the beginning of Logan's Instagram story series in Santa Monica, California. Post a photo. I mean, he's got to be semi-peachy. He's still tagged Kate Gallivan in the photo. So everyone is tagged in the photo. They're holding hands there. I'm sure there were some redeeming qualities to their dating. But then... we have Logan here sharing Batch with Soli's sort of opinions. And look, a share isn't an endorsement, but I think we can agree if Logan and other contestants aren't allowed to kind of talk about the show in certain ways, they share opinions they may agree with because they understand. It's like, all right, someone else understands what I'm doing. Logan politely dumps Rachel, then leaves with COVID, then comes onto the beach and has relatively drama-free dating with Shanae and Kate, and I'm trying to think who else he was with. Now, sure, yeah, has he bounced around with a few people? Yes, absolutely. That's paradise, folks. That's paradise. So it's almost as if the show has tried really hard to make Logan out to be a villain, but his personality type, he has not taken the bait. He has stayed calm, cool, and collective, and that is a good example of how to win the show by not taking the bait to show jealousy or anger or this or that. He's just like, he goes with the flow. He hangs out on the beach. He's like Matthew McConaughey energy. All right. And then that's it. So there's a reason why everyone wants to go after him. And the other thing I'll say is when Rachel and Gabby were trying to warn Kate, my thought is that makes Logan look more desirable, because being like, oh, he's this or he's that. I think people like someone who's kind of got, who's a high value catch or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. My thought is that Rachel came off looking extremely petty, to say the least. I'm not saying she should apologize to Logan, but I think it would be a good look. I think it would be a good look to say, hey, on the beach there, I said I didn't respect you, but, looking back on it. But if she really doesn't respect Logan, then don't apologize. I just think it looks bad. Let me know what you guys think. We'll talk to you later, and I'll have more content coming on Bachelor Rush Hour this afternoon. Link in the comment section to join us on the podcast. Bye, everybody.